Dealing with the issue as the administration's also fighting to keep up, to remove razor wire along the border that is intended to keep, this surge lowered, to keep people out from crossing illegally.
Governor Abbott's razor wire does not prevent. It does not prevent non-citizens from unlawfully crossing. That's not what it does. If anything, it puts at risk, it puts the lives of the Border Patrol at risk. It puts them in danger. That's what the razor wire does. And that's what the Governor Abbott is doing. Again, a political stunt that doesn't actually fix the problem and puts Border Patrol agents
fixing it right now.
Well,
it's sure a temporary solution, obviously. But I guess the reason that I'm coming to it from this perspective is because
it puts Border Patrol. It puts them in a difficult position.
Just to be clear, how does the razor wire put Border Patrol agents at risk? Karine, the Biden administration themselves said that the agents have been cutting the wire to provide medical assistance to migrants or to apprehend migrants who have already crossed into U.S. territory.
Well, let me be more clear. It makes it more difficult. It actually makes it more difficult for Border Patrol to apprehend those who do cross. So I'm going to just clear that up a little bit. Just to be more clear, it does make it more difficult for them to do their jobs, right? It does.
But when you're talking about the impeachment proceeding, for instance, as baseless, and you have Democrats calling on the administration to do more. You had the mayor of Denver today saying that Denver has become the highest city per capita for migrant recipients in the country. You've had mayors in New York and Chicago begging for more federal help, saying that the administration is not answering them. And then you have Texas saying that they've had to take measures into their own hands because the administration isn't enforcing existing laws on the books. The numbers keep going up. You have, records being shattered every month. A population bigger than the size of Seattle coming in since October. And I understand where you're coming from, but in the meantime, when there's really not been any progress, and you always talked about how this has been an issue for decades, what is the administration doing right now to actually improve the crisis at the border?
We have House Republicans that's literally blocking the president's effort to do something. That's what they're doing. They're playing political games. They're doing political stunts. They're getting in the way, and they don't want to help. House Republicans are getting in the way. That's what they want to focus on. That's where they see there could be the most effective, and that's not what we believe. That's not what the American people want.
Secretary Mayorkas has obviously been up on the Hill negotiating this deal, trying to hammer out something on the border, but at the same time, the House is formally beginning impeachment proceedings against him. Do you have any concern that this will complicate a deal? It could hurt negotiations, especially as we're up against the clock here?
So I kind of addressed this at the top, how baseless it is and how they're wasting their time on impeachment proceedings that make no sense. And that's not what the American people want them to focus on. And that's certainly, we see that from House Republicans, obviously, and it's a political stunt. It's baseless. It's purely baseless. They're focusing on something that Americans do not want to see. They want us to deliver on things that matter to them.
But regardless of that, are you concerned that the fact that they are taking this action, even if you disagree with it, that it's going to make this more difficult, that it's going to complicate all of this?
We think it's baseless, and we think it's a waste of time, and we think it's not the focus that they should have. That's not the focus that Americans want them to have. And so, look, we have,